For years, people have been talking about a foldable iPhone. It feels like we've been hearing rumors forever, but now it seems like Apple is finally getting closer to making it a reality. If the rumors are true, the foldable iPhone might launch in time for the 20th anniversary of the iPhone, making it a big deal for Apple fans. According to well-known Apple expert Mark Gurman, Apple is not only working on the phone itself, but also coming up with a special marketing plan to help it stand out. Unlike other foldable phones from companies like Samsung or Google, which are still seen as niche or experimental gadgets, Apple doesn't want its foldable iPhone to feel like a side project. Instead, they want to place it right at the top of their product lineup, above even the Pro Max models, as a super premium high-end device. One of the main reasons Apple has taken so long to enter the foldable phone market is because they want to avoid the problems seen in other foldables. Right now, most foldable phones have a visible crease in the middle of the screen when opened. Apple reportedly wants to fix that by creating a display with an almost invisible crease. If they can pull this off, it would be a major improvement and could make people more interested in foldable phones. But aiming for perfection usually comes with a high price. In fact, it's expected that the foldable iPhone will be the most expensive iPhone ever made. And that brings up a big question. If other companies like Samsung are struggling to sell expensive foldables, will Apple be able to do better? Take Samsung, for example. They've had to lower their expectations for their upcoming foldables like the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7. Even more telling, Samsung is planning to make just 200,000 units of its new tri-foldable phone because they know it's going to be really expensive and probably won't sell out. They're only releasing it in a few regions where people can afford it. So, with foldable phones still not popular with everyday users, how does Apple plan to make the foldable iPhone a hit? It's a fair question. After all, we saw what happened with Apple Vision Pro, Apple's advanced AR headset. Even though it was praised for its futuristic technology, it didn't sell as well as Apple hoped because of its very high price, $3,499. This showed that no matter how cool a product is, price still matters to people. So is Apple repeating that same mistake with the foldable iPhone? Maybe. But the difference is, the iPhone isn't a new product like the Vision Pro. It's one of the world's best-known and most trusted devices. That alone could give Apple the advantage it needs. If anyone can make foldable phones popular, it's probably Apple. They've done it before, entering a market late but perfecting the product and then taking over. Think about how the iPhone changed smartphones, how the iPad made tablets popular, and how the Apple Watch became the best-selling smartwatch. Still, it's important to be realistic. Even now, foldable phones make up a tiny part of overall phone sales. Samsung's latest Galaxy Z Fold 6 didn't sell as well as expected, and even the best foldables today are mostly bought by tech enthusiasts, not the average person. Maybe Apple is betting on that invisible crease as the big feature that finally makes foldables appealing to everyone. Or maybe they're counting on the strength of the Apple brand alone to drive sales like they've done many times before. Either way, it's a risky move. But if any company can pull it off, it's Apple. They've convinced people to ditch home buttons, embrace Face ID, and even pay over $1,000 for a phone. In the end, whether the foldable iPhone turns out to be a huge success or just another pricey experiment will depend on how well Apple balances cool new features with a reasonable price. One thing's for sure. When it launches, it's going to be one of the most talked about tech products around, and if the leaks are right, we won't have to wait too long to see it.